Fans have been waiting for the new season of The Mandalorian for quite a while now. The exciting season finale, which directly whetted the appetite for more, did not really contribute towards bridging the waiting time. Well, now actor Carl Weathers has announced the start of filming, who, by the way, will be back in his role as bounty hunter Grief Karga. Since last Thursday, the cameras are finally running at full speed in order to supply fans with fresh, new content promptly. The production was actually supposed to start earlier, however, the shooting of the Obi-Wan series was still obstructing the set. Lots of fans are wondering which characters might appear in Season 3, but Disney is still being very quiet about it. However, the return of the villain Moff Gideon, who is played by Giancarlo Esposito, is highly anticipated. Since it will take some time before we see the finished third season of The Mandalorian, you can all the more look forward to earlier releases from the Star Wars universe. Next up is the series The Book of Boba Fett, which is scheduled for release on Disney Plus later this year, starting December 29th. The Marvel series WandaVision appeared on Disney's own streaming platform Disney Plus at the beginning of the year. The series was extremely well received by fans and critics, but it was clear all along that WandaVision was conceived as a miniseries and therefore no second season was to be produced. Despite this, the series will continue with new content in the form of a spin-off, as Variety reported a few days ago. The plot will primarily revolve around the character Agatha Harkness, an initially very innocent neighbor who rapidly shows great interest in Wanda's powers. As the end of the series reveals, Wanda ultimately triumphs over Agatha and leaves her behind in Westview. It's quite possible that the spin-off will pick up right at this point. Variety has announced that the series will be filled with black humor and that Catherine Hahn will once again play the title character. There might also be an attempt to venture into Agatha's past, as she's been alive for a few hundred years after all. Behind the scenes, Jack Schaefer is handling the script as well as the production. Allegedly, lead actress Catherine Hahn has already signed a contract with Marvel, which foresees that her character will appear in further film projects. We are definitely eager to find out how Marvel will realize the WandaVision spin-off based on Agatha Harkness, and will of course let you know as soon as there is a first release date or any more news. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was released almost 4 years ago. At the end of the hit movie, a lot spoke in favor of an upcoming appearance of the character Adam Warlock, and as a now confirmed new cast edition reveals, a well-known Hollywood star is to take over the role of the artificially created human. This refers to 28-year-old Will Poulter, who celebrated among other movies success in The Maze Runner and Black Mirror Bandersnatch, and has now been cast in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The bad guy Adam Warlock was mentioned in the second part's post-credit scene by the High Priestess Aisha. In the same breath, she spoke about how strong Warlock was and that the Guardians ought to destroy him once and for all. Well, sounds like a worthy opponent for the Guardians. We are excited to see how Poulter will play the role of the villain. Regardless, the release date for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is still a long time away, as the Marvel blockbuster won't be released until May 5th, 2023. Just about everyone knows Fortnite. Some people love it, others not so much. Nevertheless, everyone agrees that the video game has generated incredible hype. This could now lead to an upcoming Fortnite movie. According to reports, game developer Epic Games has already hired 3 Lucasfilm employees in terms of staff. One of them is Jason McGatlin, who may sound familiar to some as the producer of the more recent Star Wars movies. As such, Epic Games could now establish itself in the film industry after Apple has made it difficult for the game developer to achieve further sales success with iOS devices due to Apple preventing users from downloading the game. However, it's hard to say whether it will actually become a movie in the end, although it would hardly surprise anyone. The standard of the gigantic The Lord of the Rings Amazon series is to be the most effortful and expensive series of all time. Fans of the Tolkien universe can't even look forward to becoming acquainted with a folk in the upcoming series that has not yet been touched upon on film. It is about the Harfoots, who were actually no more than the direct ancestors of the well-known hobbits. More precisely, they are one of the 3 tribes of hobbits that were very different from the other halfling tribes, but later intermingled. In an interview with BBC, British actor Lenny Henry confirmed the appearance of the Harfoots. Thus, he said they were a multicultural tribe with a wide range of ethnic groups. hobbits. In Tolkien's book, there is talk of hobbits with brown skin and significantly smaller body size than the other tribes. Since the Lord of the Rings series is known to be set in the Second Age of Middle-earth, it'll be interesting to see in what way the Harfoots will be incorporated, since the tribe does not show up in the books until the Third Age. Well, at least they were mentioned there for the first time. Based on the canon, it is not clear whether they already lived before the Third Age, meaning that the series creators are probably closing a gap in the books here. Anyhow, you can see the final outcome from September 2nd, 2022 on Amazon Prime Video. The third season of Netflix hit series You is now available to watch. Shortly before the start of the season, the streaming giant announced another aspect in a video, namely the production of a fourth season including Joe actor Ben Badgley. In other words, the mind-boggling plot surrounding stalker Joe Goldberg will carry on for a while longer, as the antagonist seems to be becoming increasingly manic and mentally disturbed. Netflix has not revealed a precise release date for Season 4, but given the festive bell ringing in the teaser, many fans are speculating on a Christmas 2022 release. Whether that's actually the case, we will hopefully find out soon. Since Dune, at least, actor Timothée Chalamet has been one of the most sought-after young actors in Hollywood. Now, the 25-year-old is going the extra mile by taking on the lead role in a children's book adaptation. We're talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or rather, the prequel with the name Wonka. It will be about the young Willy Wonka who is still far from becoming the well-known eccentric factory owner. On Instagram, Chalamet went ahead and shared a picture that shows him in the new lead role. You can see a much younger Willy Wonka who, especially in terms of appearance, is not yet reminiscent of the colorful entrepreneur, but more of a normal citizen of his time, which of course fits ideally into the atmosphere of the prequel. In addition, an appropriate caption is given by the actor in which he points out that he can hardly stand the suspense. He is joined by other actors of distinction in the cast, including Sally Hawkins, Olivia Colman, Jim Carter, and no less a figure than Rowan Atkinson. The release date for Wonka has already been set for March 17th, 2023. Last but not least, we recommend the new Scream trailer, which you can find in best quality on our channel as usual.
This isn't funny, Amber.
Three attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Something about this one just feels different.
This is your life now, which means that whoever this is going to keep coming for you. You ready for this?
It's an honor.
Right before Halloween, you should make sure not to miss it.